October, it's the spookiest time of the year, and to mark the occasion, we've got a frightfully good batch of Games of Gold titles taking us through to Halloween. In case you somehow don't know, these are free games you get every single month with an Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, hence Games of Gold. Make sense? Then let's get stuck in with our first freebie.
Available all month long from the 1st of October right up to Halloween is a game inspired by, well, Halloween, the movie, that is. And by Friday 13th, again, the film, not the date, and Nightmare on Elm Street, and, well, you know what, basically, if it was ever on a VHS that someone's parents banned them from watching because it was too bloody, it's in the mix for Slayaway Camp Butcher's Cut. You play as Skullface, an adorably boxy-headed serial killer with a skull for a face, just in case you were wondering where he got his name from. In this game, you'll be terrorising camp counsellors, chopping up teens, and doing all the stuff you'd expect a slasher movie character named Skullface to actually want to do. The twist here is that it's a tile-based puzzle game. See, you might be playing as an unstoppable killer, but he's also kind of, well, unstoppable. And whenever you send them off in a direction, they'll keep going that way until they hit something or someone. When that happens, an absolutely brutal amount of pixelated cartoon gore gets unleashed. 'Tis the season, after all. But if you're feeling a wee bit squeamish, there's an PG option too that lets you off the teenagers in a more wholesome, family-friendly kind of way. Either way, the real horror here is having to torture your brain with over 100 of these truly fiendish puzzles. Because at the end of the day, what's more scary than having to simply accept that your brain is old and tired and weak? Oh, is that just me?
Okay, that took a bit of a weird turn. Are you okay, Charlie? Anyway, let's tone it down with a slightly more mild horror vibe thanks to Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Available until the 15th of October, this is a retro action-adventure game from the OG Xbox days, where you play as a dynamic duo of ancient Egyptian heroes taking on the evil god, Set. Sphinx isn't quite the Giza-style lion creature that you might be hoping for, but he is a demigod with cat ears, a tail, and a pretty reliable sword arm. On the other side, you'll be playing as young Prince Tutankhamun, recently killed, embalmed, and resurrected as a mummy. Truly horrifying stuff. As you bounce between the two characters, you'll find two very different playstyles. Sphinx is all about the action, while playing as Toot leans on your stealth and puzzle-solving abilities. The undead pharaoh might not be too handy in a fight, but one of the benefits of being undead is that he's pretty invulnerable. So you can set those bandages alight or get squished down flat to help you navigate the puzzle and platform-filled tombs that were apparently all the rage in ancient Egypt.
Next, we are moving from a game inspired by ancient Egyptian mythology to one that pulls from Welsh folklore to create a game that's so creepy it's literally made of scare. In Made of Scare, you play as a musician trying to rescue his lover Elizabeth from her family's clutches in their spooky old hotel on the coast of Wales. It's a story that combines a 19th century ghost story with the legends surrounding the real-life scare house in Bridgend and some classic survival horror mechanics. There's a touch of walking simulator to proceedings as you explore the hotel, but with the added concern of solving puzzles and, slightly more importantly, dodging the game's enemies, the quiet ones. These hooded horrors shuffle through the hallways of the hotel, but luckily for you, they're blind. Take care of those sacks on their heads, because it's certainly not hurting their sense of hearing, because they will still manage to know your every single mood. So it's all about sneaking, staying quiet, and even holding your breath when necessary. In the game, of course, don't do that in real life. Eventually you get to turn the tables thanks to a handy sound grenade thing that lets you make some noise and fight back. But really, it's all about the suspenseful atmosphere in this psychological horror game. If it takes you a little while to pick up the nerve, don't worry, it will be available from the 16th right through to the middle of November.
And finally, rounding out the month and available from the 16th until Halloween again, is a lovely little RPG from Double Fine, who you might now know as the developers of Psychonauts 2 and part of the Xbox Game Studios family. It's Costume Quest. In recent years, this game has been turned into its own cartoon series, and it's not hard to see why. It's got colourful characters, zippy dialogue, and a concept that's just awesomely fun. You play as a bunch of kids in the town of Auburn Pines, trick-or-treating together on Halloween night when one of you gets kidnapped by monsters. Not just people dressed up as them, actual, literal, real monsters. But, and here's the fun bit, the kids discover their own costumes can magically come to life, transforming them into whatever they've dressed up as in order to take back the night. If you've ever wanted to become a giant Gundam, a Dracula, a multicolored unicorn, or the Statue of Liberty, this game is the perfect place to live out those dreams. And as you play, battling enemies and completing quests, costume quests, if you will, you'll find new outfits to try on and opportunities to level up what you've already been wearing. All in all, it's a charming, characterful, short adventure that's perfect for pretty much anyone, even if they've never dreamed of transforming into Lady Liberty. And once you've got it all wrapped up, the sequel is waiting for you on Xbox Game Pass with even more magical costumes and a whole new adventure.
So that's it for this month. Make sure you grab these ghoulish games as soon as they become available and have yourself a spooky Halloween gaming night, courtesy of Games with Gold. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out some of our other exciting videos right here, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!